Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road, a bit like this idiot here who treats road safety the same way as he treated school, optional and not important. It's also the place you'll find more planks and on board an old pirate ship, a bit like this plank here displaying Class 1 BMW lane discipline skills. This from Jano J, just going round the roundabout, but the dim idiot in a brightly coloured van just pulls straight out in front of him. Yeah, his digestive's definitely been in his teeth for too long, hasn't it? Nothing quite says I've got the same ability to make sensible life choices as a dog's got the ability to use a microwave oven while blindfolded, as coming up the outside, forcing his way past the top of the traffic there and just carrying on through the red light, treating it as absolutely optional. His skull's emptier than a 16-year-old's pay packet on Monday morning. This is from Idiot Drivers on Our Roads on YouTube. Now what this idiot is, he's a blind idiot on our roads because he's just gone straight into the back. Definitely got no power going to his loft space. Here we are on board with Brian F, just going round the roundabout, and as you can see the police car is stopping. Bit like this moron's train of thought has absolutely stopped at a standstill. In fact, I tell a lie, his train of thought is a replacement bus service. Here I'm going down Long Lane at the Barbican, and nothing quite says I've got the mental ability of a traffic cone, and I've got absolutely no style, like sitting in the keep clear box, playing with your phone in an orange Jaffa coloured BMW i8. Traffic lights had turned green a little while ago, but of course Fanta Boy's still playing on his phone, swiping right on Grindr or something as he just goes straight through the yellow and the red light there. Rule 264 of the BMW highway code, whatever the situation, just floor it. Here we are on board with Steve T in his truck, and nothing quite says my brain's buffering harder than cheap Wi-Fi, like using the chevron there as an overtaking lane. That's definitely one minibus you don't want to be in the back of. This from Frenchy, as you could see, he's doing a U-turn in the white Shogun. He should stop and give way to traffic, but he doesn't, just keeps going like a complete wrong'un. Absolutely standard behaviour when you're as dim as a lamppost in a power cut. Okay, now keep your eyes to the right. You see the black car go from the right to the left. That driver's called Mars. Yeah, no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Here we are on board with Brian F, going round the roundabout, and the blow-up doll humper in the big yellow dumper just pulls straight out there. That's the sort of idiot that takes a snorkel to a car wash and then sticks the pipe out the window as he's going through. This is from Brian T. Now, as you can see, we're behind an Audi, but always remember that an Audi has the 4 circles of privilege on the boot, and they can do exactly what they like, when they like, but they can't defy the laws of physics and they can't drive through another car. Here we go, the slow-mo. Okay, so red car is in the near side lane, going to second exit. Check out rule 185 of the highway code. Audi driver knows he's got the 4 circles of privilege and everybody must yield, but not in this case. Now let's not jump to conclusions. I suspect that the Audi driver may have temporarily blacked out because he discovered that he's got indicators and how to use them. Yeah, and speaking of indicators, there's another moron who's a few bubbles short of a full bath who just can't use his indicators correctly. Indicators left and pulls over to the right. They walk amongst us. Now, we don't see many dodgy Volvo drivers on this channel, but today's an exception to the rule. You need an idiot like that on the road, like a cave explorer needs a pair of Ray-Bans. This is from SJ. Now, nothing quite says I drive while smoking recreational substances and I sniff glue for breakfast, like pulling across a car when he's coming round a bend. Yeah, he's definitely a few rungs short of a full ladder, that idiot. Look at this, living and breathing butt plug, filming himself driving on the pavement and narrowly missing a pedestrian. Nurses, please, when you put a newborn into an incubator, please make sure it's connected to the lecky and not the gas, because this is the end result a few decades down the line. Here we are on board with Roy down in Australia. Keep your eye on this white Subaru. Look, he's just overtaken that little pickup truck there. Why is he overtaking it? Because he's coming off directly as soon as he gets in front of it. Look, all he had to do was wait 2 seconds. There's definitely a few kangaroos loose from his top paddock, that's for sure. It's from Idiots on Our Roads on YouTube, link to his channel down below. 2 idiots in this clip. First one's the idiot in the Merc, blocking the middle lane there. He's got a brain that functions as well as a square hemorrhoid suppository. And then we've got the frustrated trucker who's leaving a stopping gap that's smaller than that's chuff. Here we are with Jack B, pulling up at these red traffic lights, because that's what we all do. Well, we do unless your brain retains knowledge like a colander retains water. If brains were wood, he wouldn't have enough for a cockroach's toothpick. Here we are on board with Brian T, going around this roundabout. Lovely day wherever he is. Blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. What could possibly go wrong? I'll tell you what can go wrong. A moron who's got the mental agility of a baked potato wrapped in tinfoil just takes out the front of your car there. That driver displaying the directional ability of a rat was lodged firmly in the jaws of a Jack Russell. Here I am going round Duke of Wellington Place up by Hyde Park Corner, and the first education avoider in the Range Rover just pulls out like he's coming out of a T-junction, and the second non-reading reprobate in the Black Vito just pulls out straight in front of me there. Look at them, pair of idiots. They'd have no problem getting work as an extra for The Walking Dead, because the actor, they wouldn't even have to act, would they? It'd just be their normal behaviour. Yeah, now you're stuck behind the bus, a pair of you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hang on a minute. We've seen some BMW drivers. We've seen some Audi drivers. What about Range Rover drivers? Well, there's one right there overtaking on the zigzag and forcing his way in before he hits a traffic bollard there. I know him. He's a local man. They call him Victoria. Yeah, because he's a right plum. That's why. Here I am again, going down Albany Road in Peckham this time. Now keep your eye to the right. You're going to see that moron in the black Range Rover with the blacked out windows, using the right turn only lane as an overtaking lane, and once again doing the classic Range Rover move of forcing himself in front of the car before he hits the bollards. Understandable when you've got the attention span of an ice cream in July. Here we are on board with Paul, behind one of Transport for London's finest, an Uber idiot with the green roundel of dumbness in the window there, as per usual. These idiots here are to road safety what red wine is to a white carpet. Now look at this, approaching the zebra, pedestrian's going across and he doesn't even bother stopping, and the pedestrian just slaps that car. Bit like that driver's parents need a slap for not using contraception years ago. And here's another Uber moron, this one from Rookie Trucker. Look, overtaking on the zigzag area. But Rookie Trucker did tell me that he got done for careless driving or reckless driving, I can't remember. A link to his channel down below. Here's another clip from Idiot Drivers on Our Roads, link down below. Yeah, and what we got here is this cognitively disadvantaged moron who's just driven his car into a shop. I tell you what, God was definitely on his A game today, right? And a packed shop, yeah? Only one person was treated for shock and the driver got treated for minor injuries. My friend Brian T sent me a clip of the car actually going in the shop. Wait till you see how fast it goes in. I've put the news article that relates to this incident in the description down below, yeah? Now, there was no mention in the article that the driver had a seizure or a heart attack or anything like that. So we can only conclude that the driver's mental compass points permanently towards confusion and he's got the directional ability of a butterfly in a hurricane. Me personally, I think he put his foot on the accelerator instead of the brake. Here, have a look at this and see what you reckon. Here he comes, crashing harder through that shop front, and an old computer's going to crash with still running Windows 2.1. Here's the slow-mo. The metal post snaps like a toothpick. The door pops like a Pringle, and now the display is an all-you-can-eat buffet for all the shoplifting druggies that are in there. How a lot more people never got injured in that incident is an absolute miracle. If you like what you've seen so far and I put a smile on your face, please hit that little like and subscribe button down below because it really does help. Thanks a lot. Right, let's have a look at some idiots on some bikes. Okay, this from Ali, and you're about to see a drug-addicted feral scum thief on a stolen blind bike helping himself to somebody else's shopping through a broken window on a 1 Series BMW. There he goes, look at him, absolutely feral scum. These people make me sick. Hang on, that's not the last you'll see of him. Wait there, keep your eye to the left. There he goes, all loaded up. Little look back over his shoulder and off into the sunset. Well done to Ali, because he did get a photo of this moron. There he goes there. So if anyone had their BMW broken into on Cavendish Square in central London, get in touch with me and I'll share the pictures with you. Now, I like to give good value on this channel, as you know, and that's why you get 4 morons in this clip. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. First one's Uber idiot, who goes straight through the red light there, who's more inbred than tuna and mayonnaise. Second is this non-reader who don't know what a red light means. Third, we've got another 2 brain cell moron that thinks that red lights are a new brand of cigarette. And finally, number 4. Now, as you can see, there's a blind man crossing the road with a white stick. Obviously, he can hear the beep going from the traffic lights, so he knows it's safe to go. But this moron just skims him very close indeed. If brains were plastic, that idiot wouldn't have enough for an action man's cock ring. And in this next clip, proof that you can operate a bicycle while suffering from a severe neurological disorder, as he just goes round the roundabout the wrong way. Yeah, definitely fair to say he's not in Mensa's Hall of Fame, that idiot. Here we are on board with Jason S. Going down Great Eastern Street by the looks of it. And then the lemon slice on the line bike just pulls out in front of him. Jason said he knows him. He's a local man. They call him Kellogg's. I said, why do they call him Kellogg's? He said he thinks the Credit Crunch is a new sort of breakfast cereal. Here we are with Richard G, just sitting behind this Porsche. It's really annoying when you have to sit behind a car or in traffic, isn't it? Well, it is, unless you're paralysed from the neck up and just use the pavement as your own personal undertaking lane. No worries for them boys. This from Jeff C, showing you the total melt of the week. Not even wearing gloves. Maybe riding like an idiot, but he is successful. Yes, successful at disappointing his parents every day. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. Sorry it's a day late. Had a lot of technical issues this week. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe because it really helps. Put a playlist there on the right if you want to watch some more. Fill your boots. Thanks to all that sent in clips. Have a good weekend and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.